John Harris began attending CCHS as an 8th grader in 1978. During his high school years, John was known as one of the school's best all-around athlete, participating in football, basketball, baseball, and soccer. He also had a reputation of being a spiritual leader. During his sophomore year, John felt the call of ministry on his life. Knowing he should act, John gathered 15 Capital classmates for a homeless outreach to downtown Sacramento. A year later, he spent the summer in NYC with David Wilkerson organizing street rallies. John graduated from CCHS in 1983. In the fall of '83, John began attending Southern California College in Costa Mesa. While there, he had stints with the basketball and baseball teams. He also led a missions trip to Australia where they partnered with local churches for school assemblies. John graduated from SCC in 1988 with a degree in pastoral ministries. John started his career in ministry as a youth pastor at Visalia First Assembly of God. 3 years later, he became a high school pastor at Sunset Christian Center in Rockland. John also did youth ministry at Santa Maria First Assembly of God and New Life Christian Center in Fair Oaks. In 1998, John accepted the role of Vice President of International Relations at Shake the Nations in Sacramento. This is where his work in world missions really began. During a trip to the Far East, John and his group were detained in China for smuggling Bibles across the border. In 2001, John was hired by Capital Christian Center to lead their newly formed college ministry. Under John's leadership, the group grew quickly as John spent countless hours on the campus of Sac State building relationship with students. In 2006, John began working at Bayside Church in Granite Bay. He started as a college pastor, and within 1 year, the group grew to 1,000 students. Since then, John has served Bayside in many capacities, including Student Ministries Director, Thrive School of Leadership, and Thriving Churches International. He was also instrumental in launching Bayside's Blue Oak campus in Rockland. John currently oversees Bayside's relationship with Compassion International. Under his direction, Bayside has sponsored over 20,000 children in 35 countries. Bayside is the #1 church sponsor in the world of Compassion Children. Additionally, John has taken over 300 pastors to multiple Compassion sites in Africa and South America. These trips have resulted in thousands of additional Compassion kids being sponsored, well beyond the 20,000 already sponsored by Bayside. In 2013, John felt compelled to start his own missions organization. Compassion Causes was created to inspire and empower every person to thrive with a sense of purpose and hope. They do this by installing water wells in areas that do not have access to clean water, running a surf school in Nicaragua, supporting coffee growers in South America. John has traveled to 67 countries and has led thousands of teens and adults on mission trips all over the world. He's dedicated his life to making the world a better place for the vulnerable, underprivileged, and disenfranchised. In the process, John has impacted countless lives, including many who have never known him but have benefited from his actions.